welcome to NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. We're back for another 2024 team wrap-up. I'm Breno. Got PJ.
How you doing, man?
Yeah,
when
good.
the Saints go marching in, it's St. George Illawarra's turn today. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to break it down, see how their season went. We all know how it ended.
Yeah.
12th spot for the Dragons. 11th.
11th, yeah. We're 11th, yeah.
11th spot for the Dragons. I'm selling them down already, man. What happened?
Oh, the poor Dragons. They can't win a trick, can they?
No, they can't.
Okay, so the Dragons 2024 season compared to the Dragons 2023 season, a drastic improvement. They got to sit in the top 8 for a few weeks and almost made it.
That was second last year, right?
Yes, they were. They just missed 16. The spoon. Yeah.
They were battling it out with the West Tigers.
They won the spoon bowl.
With a piece of cutlery, but they started this season well. Big win over the Titans in round 1, where everyone went, hang on, the Dragons back?
Yeah.
And then they lost 38-0 to the Dolphins in week 2, and everyone went,
they're back again.
There we go. The same Dragons we know.
Yeah, so they almost made that top 8. They haven't had a final since 2018, so I think their fans probably feel a little bit ripped off. Just fell over in the last 2 rounds to miss out. I think Zach Lomax instrumental in their success this year, and sadly won't be there next year to help them go one more.
Talk about their semi-final. I remember that semi-final in 2018. It was the Rabbitohs playing the Dragons.
I was wondering
Zach Lomax kicked a penalty goal with about 7 to go, and was very happy about winning the game for the Dragons. And then Adam Reynolds went, hold my beer. I'm going to kick 3 field goals in a row and beat you. And that was a pretty amazing match, that one, I'll tell you now. Bad memory for the poor Dragons. But as I said, they started the season really well. 28-4 over the Titans. How'd the for and against go, Breno?
Yeah. So, Dragons. Sorry, I lost my spot there. So, Dragons, come 11th, they had 28 points, 11 wins, 13 losses, and minus 126 points.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's not good. Points scored, though, 508, and points conceded, 634. They lost a lot of points there.
Yeah, and it's very unusual, Brenner, that you come 11th, but your for and against is both lower than 11th. So the Dragons were 12th in attack and 13th in defence. It's very rare to come 11th if your attack is 12th and your defence is 13th. That's very strange.
They must have snuck away with some wins, which I think they did.
Yeah, they got some lucky close wins and some pretty diabolical losses, mate. We'll talk about the wins and losses in a second.
Yeah, so completion rate 78%. Not too good, but then tackle efficiency, okay, 88.4%. Average points, 21 points per game, and average conceded 26 per game. So a little bit similar to Broncos, actually. The last episode we just talked about.
Yeah, very similar. Yeah, they're just not scoring enough points and just not getting enough defensive plays to keep the points low enough, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So as I said, started off with a win. Got a couple of red ones there against the Dolphins and then getting smashed at home. Nets tried a jubilee by the Cowboys, who I think they'd lost the previous 2, I'm not sure. Then they beat Manly. Then they lost to Newcastle, where we thought they'd beat Newcastle. And we went, okay. Then they beat the Tigers. And it was kind of up and down all year, but their biggest loss, and easily their worst game. Tell me if you're different, Breno. Worst match of the season, Anzac Day 2024, 60-18 to the Roosters, Breno.
Wow. Yeah, that's massive.
That was easily their worst performance of the season. They then went on. They beat the Bunnies and got smashed by the Bulldogs. Somehow beat the Panthers on June 1st. I think that was maybe an Origin weekend. I'm trying to remember now.
quite possibly.
Yeah, if I jump into team lineups here, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to see. Yep, that's the week that all the Origin players are out, so that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
What do you think was the best win of the season, Breno?
Best win I come up with was probably round 14.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to find it. Where is it? Here it is. Against the West Tigers. Look, okay. Most teams beat the West Tigers in rather convincingly, but this is their biggest score. Something positive to take away from it, but 56-14 against the Tigers. That sealed the West Tigers over 50 points. They're not going to win the premiership. That was it. Mind you, the Dragons did the same thing not long after that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I had a look at that game, and I thought that was a good win, but it was the West Tigers, and
Yeah,
no
it's the West. I know.
disrespect
Yeah.
to our Tigers fans, but round 21 they got beat 46-10 by the Panthers, and it was just one of those moments where you're going, you know what, that's a pivotal moment in the season.
Yeah.
And then the next week they beat Melbourne in Melbourne 18-16.
Figure that one out.
Work that. Now I distinctly remember watching this game, Breno, going, are Melbourne trying? Like,
They've tanked it.
They just seem like they're jogging. They seem like they're not really trying, but the Dragons got it. One of only 2 games that the minor premiers lost at home.
Yeah.
It was the Dragons and the Sharks who beat them in Melbourne Park, Amy Park, sorry. That was my Dragons win of the season there.
Yeah. So my worst game, it's again, I'm not a real pivotal game, but it was. I guess actually no, it was. It was a very pivotal game because they could have made the finals. Well, they were in the 8 at this stage. Yeah. Parramatta Eels, and they in round 26. So Parramatta took off to a flying start. I can't remember what it was at half time, but they were well and truly in front.
26-6, Breno.
I think it says it there somewhere. Anyway.
Yep. 26-6. Dragons season on the line, and they come out and get beat 26-6 by second last in the first half.
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me.
Yeah. But St. George, to their defence, they actually come back and they fought really hard, and there was a couple of players that just went nuts and played their ass off. But it's like, where was that in the first half? If you did that in the first half, you could have. But yeah, this game, 88 points in the whole game. That is just insane.
It was 44-12 with 12 minutes to go.
12 minutes to go, yeah.
Matt Feeney scored. Terrell Sloan scored 2. Matt Feeney then scored 2 more. 4 of the 5 goals kicked to make it 44-40 at full time.
Yeah.
It's the ultimate comeback, unfortunately, after it was too late.
Yeah, it was too late. And I think we said in our podcast, if there was another 5 minutes to go in that game, they probably would have turned around and
they'd probably win it,
edged them out and won it. But couldn't get it done. Yeah. And against Para, who battled it out for last place. So
yeah, they were struggling at that stage.
Yeah, if the Dragons won this game, they were probably going to be in the 8.
Yeah.
However, they lost the last game against the Raiders, so they probably wouldn't have been.
They lost anyway.
All right, so 2025 here is what we are looking at for St. George Illawarra Dragons. Coming in, this is very important, and this could influence how they're going to end up next year. So Damien Cook coming in from Souths, and Valentine Holmes coming in from North Queensland. Some massive signings there for the Dragons.
Yep, and Valentine Holmes has 3 legs after the last round because he broke one in half, but they'll put that back together before next year. Val Holmes, massive signing for the Dragons, Breno. Losing Zach Lomax to Parramatta.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a big loss.
Losing your goal kicker.
Yeah.
Val Holmes will just slot right in there in the centre position where he should be, and he's going to be good. Damien Cook absolutely has 2 good years left in him. A lot of speed around the rock. Really strong defensively. I think the Dragons will be a little bit better next year, but I'm just not seeing enough when you look at who they've lost and who they've gained. They're probably slightly ahead, but
Yeah, I actually think they might sneak in the 8. I said it about the Broncos too, but I think Dragons probably have got a good chance of sneaking in, but it'll be a sneak. It wouldn't be convincing.
Yeah. Well, 16th last year, 11th this year. Where do you go next year, Bruno? Go.
You can only go up, can't you?
Oh, you can go down.
Oh, you can, but with the signing Cook and Holmes, as long as they can mesh with all the players, and yeah, who knows? Let's see what happens with that. I still think they can make the 8.
I've got Dragons 8th.
Yeah.
I think they've got the 8th spot next year. Heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Heard
the
it
Saints
here
come
first.
marching in. The Saints will be marching in. They are coming 8th, top 8 next year. PJ said so.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
So yeah, it's happening. Let us know in the comments if you
Absolutely.
think the Dragons are going to come 8th or somewhere else.
Who's next? I can't think of who's next. There we go. Dolphins are next. All right. So who have we got next, PJ? We've done St. George in 11th.
We've done the Warriors. We've done the Broncos. We did the Dragons. So it must be 10th, Stern.
We're up in the 10th.
It's the not Redcliffe Dolphins, just Dolphins.
Go Redcliffe.
The Dolphins.
Brisbane 2.0.
Yep, bring Redcliffe back. Seriously, come on. We all know it's Redcliffe. Just call them. Every other team has a location. The Brisbane
Except for the Warriors.
Broncos, the South Sydney Rabbitohs, the New Zealand Warriors, the Dolphins. Come on, Redcliffe Dolphins are up next, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Come and watch it. If you enjoyed this one, make sure you comment as well. Let us know what you think about the St. George Illawarra Dragons, how they went, and what you reckon happens next year. And then we'll see you for the next episode.
Yep. Make sure you're marching in because we'll be there.
Bye.
Bye.